welcome to day 2 of our safari, and look at this view we get every morning while we're waiting for our driver. Perfect way to start the day. The morning walk to our truck. Today we have 2 photographers that work for the lodge. They are there in the back. As it's pretty chilly in the mornings, we have our blankets and our hot water bottles ready for us. Mike is the man. Laura just strolling away, late as always. You'd think we're in the North Pole, but nope. We're in South Africa. Now, yesterday morning, we just got past these gates. 10 seconds into our drive, we saw hyenas. Let's see if we get that lucky today. There's that mountain on fire again. What a beautiful sunrise that is. Some early morning off-roading. Mike swore he saw some buffalo in the distance, so he's trying to hunt them down. And there they are, the herd of buffalo that Mike could see. This guy doesn't cease to amaze me. He is so good at his job. I absolutely love these animals, and the fact we've seen them twice in 2 days, because they are so rare, we are extremely lucky. But just look at them, there's so many of them. Mike said there's probably 200-300 of them. They are very skittish animals, even though they do look pretty terrifying. But they're so cool. There's our mate from yesterday, the jackal. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but this guy reminds me of my dog back home so much. I could literally watch him all day. Watching these clips back really makes me realise how much I took it for granted while I was out there. It's such a unique, surreal place to be. Open roads, in the wild, nothing around, no noise, nothing. Truly incredible. Mike managed to find us the king and the queen of the jungle. These two are incredible. Look at the stare down. I don't know whether to find it cool and cute or quite intimidating. Just look at the way he moves. I would not want to get near him, but at the same time I kind of would. We found ourselves a giraffe. Now, these animals are rapidly becoming one of my favourites. Just look at them. They're so cool, elegant. The way they move, the way they eat, the way they look. They're just such a cool animal to follow. And they make zero sound. I like the little neck shake. Makes me laugh. And it's time for a stop. I still find it very strange that they allow you to get out, stretch those legs, have a little break, and just take in the views. Obviously, Mike was looking out for any animals. Laura is dressed like it's the North Pole. I have no idea why she's wrapped up like that, but it's quite funny. And here's Mike mixing up our hot chocolate for the morning. Oh, enjoying it in the middle of nowhere, on top of a massive rock. Cheers to good times. What view. Back into our monster truck after a 30-minute break, to then drive down to this massive watering hole to find this huge herd of zebra. These animals as well, just like the giraffe, really grew on me on this trip. That's such an incredible animal to watch. The way they move and stuff, they're like obviously horses with stripes, but they're so cool. We were watching these guys for ages. They were in and out the water, play fighting, running around, chasing each other. Even the babies got involved. It was so fun to watch. And like I say, such a beautiful animal. I can't for the life of me remember the name of this animal, so if any of you guys know what it's called, then please comment down below. But Mike said it was a very, very rare find. Get out the way! These blue wildebeest were being very stubborn, taking up the road. But never did I think before we come on this trip that we would get this close to certain animals. Look at them just staring us out like, what are you doing? These animals are actually hilarious. They're like a cross between a goat, a horse and a bull. Funny looking things. And that's the morning drive done and dusted, and we've arrived back to our lodge for breakfast. Look at this view for breakfast. Unbelievable. Tables all set up for us, overlooking the watering hole. And as I zoom in, we're joined by an elephant. I had a very snazzy Eggs Benedict this morning. Laura had an omelette with some salmon on the side, fresh orange juice and some fruit and yogurt as well. And we're back at the lodge, got changed quickly into our swimwear, and off to the spa we go. We are treating ourselves this afternoon. This spa had a very fancy entrance. Walk down these steps either side, walk through this massive door. Either side you got a plunge pool and the sauna. Walk down some more steps, and we are into the main entrance. We had slippers and a robe to get changed into, and this is what we look like. We're going for a full body scrub, full body massage, and a facial today. We are treating ourselves. All this safari business is hard work. And here we are after the spa, looking fresh and relaxed. Straight after the spa, we went down for some lunch. Laura had a chicken salad, and I had an ostrich burger. Never had that before in my life. It was so good. And we're having lunch with a view. And for dessert, I had some sorbet ice cream. And so did Laura. She copied me. And before we knew it, we were back on the road for our afternoon drive. And straight away, we bump into this beast of an elephant. This guy was huge. The camera doesn't do him any justice. But he's just minding his own business. So cool to see these guys in person. And just down the road, we found this skull. This is a buffalo skull. Mike was telling us the difference between male and female skulls. He knows his stuff. But this was actually mad to see because we haven't seen any animals dead other than the one the lions were eating. So yeah, this was quite surreal, but also pretty cool. Giraffes again. These are genuinely becoming my favourite animal. We did feed them once at Busch Gardens in Florida, but nothing compares to this. The way they move, the way they eat. Look at these guys. You can't not like them. 2 rhinos, although one did bugger off as soon as we got there. However, he did come back. These were like best mates. They started running together and all sorts. It was quite fun to watch. This was a little bit before Mike put his foot down and floored it because we got word over the radio that there was another lion. You can see it just in the distance there. We couldn't get any closer because of how many trees and branches and stuff were in the way. But there's another one we've seen from a distance, I know. Not very clear, but still cool. And I can't remember what the name of these things were. But these things were so funny. They're like little chicken bird type things. And the way they all moved together and ran was actually quite funny. Look at them go. And then it was time to enjoy this sunset. Mike found a nice safe spot for us to stop. We jumped off, stretched our legs. I took in this amazing view. It was so quiet. Had a wine, had a social. And then before we knew it, it was dark and we were back on the road. This is so cool, seeing this with just your lights in front of you. Quite scary because you got no idea what's out there. But Mike is very good at listening and very good at seeing footsteps. He knows what we're doing. And then he dropped me and Laura off to our bush dinner. This is the same as the bush breakfast yesterday. But this time, obviously, it's dinner. It's at night. It was scary as hell. We were hearing lions roar and all sorts. All we had were these 2 fire pits and a candle for light. 2 guys cooking us up an absolute storm. And nothing from stopping those lions coming to say hello. But my word, did they cook us up an absolute storm. Look at this steak. Incredible. The best food in the middle of the wild. Nothing can beat this. And that is the end of day 2.